Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 2019 Brough Motorsports 100 hosted here on NASCAR Heat 3. The dirt cars are getting set to go. $20 PSN card donated by Brough Motorsports on the line here tonight. We've got 4 heats, a B main, and an A main, with 12 drivers advancing to the feature race at the end of the night. I am Tyler McMurder, joined by BJ Thomas, and we're here to bring you live coverage of the Brough Motorsports 100. Thank you for joining us. BJ, you're a dirt racer yourself. You've won races in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. You're in one of these heat races later tonight. Tell us what it's going to take to be successful and work your way towards that A main.
The heat races are quick race, 13 laps, so you just want to be in the top 2 and try and stay there and run smooth.
That's the brutal thing about these heats, you're right. 13 laps, the top 2 advance to the A main, and the rest go to the B main. It's going to be a very full B main, and only the top 4 advance from the B main. What's your advice to the drivers if they get kind of stuck in that B main zone?
First thing is don't stress out. You just gotta go up there, race in the B main, then and look forward. Don't look back at what if you got to race and make it in the top 4. Don't overdrive the car because you only get one chance after that.
And now finally we'll talk a little bit about the A main. It's a 100 lap race, stages on, so it will be divided. These drivers will have a couple of breaks throughout the race, damage on, and no cautions whatsoever. What's going to be the winning strategy to pull off the win in the feature and win this big prize?
Definitely staying up towards the front. Charlotte's a hard track to pass on, so it's very notorious for banging, beating, and everything. So tempers will definitely be flaring, and there's $20 up for grabs.
It's the first time ever that we've had some sort of prize donated to us for a NOSSCAR event. Very thankful and grateful to Dakota Brough for putting this prize on the line. He knows each and every single one of these drivers in this league, so it's basically him rewarding one of his friends for being very good at the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series racing here on NASCAR Heat 3. It's a very special event. We're going to try to do this once a year and find a different donor every year. 24 drivers signed up, divided into 4 heats. So we'll have 8 drivers in 4 different heats, 13 laps apiece. And remember, the top 2 advance to the A main, aka the feature race. The rest will go to the B main, where they will scrap it out for a top 4 finish, and then those top 4 will advance to the A main. The rest will go home. The races get longer as the night goes forward. It's going to get really interesting before it doesn't. Another thing that's going to really come into play is the fact that the fuel and tire wear is bumped up to ×4 its usual amount. These drivers are going to experience some tire wear, and they're going to have to manage those tires a little bit throughout the course of the run. The drivers that take off and fire out of a cannon at the beginning of these races, they might not have the speed towards the end, and that might come into play for some of these longer events, especially the A main. We are awaiting the invitation to join the drivers for heat number 1. Qualifying is underway for that event. Going to quickly check to see, double check that we didn't already miss the invitation to that. No, we didn't.
Oh, we're good.
Okay.
One thing, the heats are determined by points, where you are at points. So 1 through 24, and like you said, 8 in a heat. And there's 4 heats, so there's going to be one at first place in the own heat, and then it'd be the 4th place or the 5th place in that heat as well, and down the order.
Keeps things fair. It allows us to ensure that there's none of the heavy hitters all grouped up into one heat and then having some of those guys that maybe deserve to run up front in one of these heats or a better shot in one of these heats, maybe make sure they don't get bumped to the B main. So it pays off to get to have a good spot in the standings at this point in the season.
Yep.
And of all the tracks for us to do this at, I think it's very fitting to do it at the Charlotte Dirt Track. It's a small track, and there's really only 2 grooves, I would say, that are getting word that the qualifying has to be redone. So we will be taking another 4 minutes here until we bring you live action from Heat 1. Anyways, like I was saying, it's very fitting for us to be doing it at this Charlotte Dirt Track. There's really only 2 grooves that you can take to find speed here. And you know all about that, BJ. You've raced here many times. Which groove do you take, and what does it do to your race car?
I would definitely take the outside because you can really pinch the guy down low then, and they can get a good exit on the outside or on the inside. So whenever someone's trying to pass you, you always take the outside. But when you're trying to pass someone, they're always going to let you have that inside. It looks inviting, but it's going to be hard to do.
You've raced in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series mostly full-time for quite some time now, a couple of part-time seasons here and there, but you've raced against the very best on NASCAR Heat 3 when it comes to the dirt cars. You've raced against the Charlie Garlands and the Dakota Bros and the Ronnie Beaches and the Zach Craigs and the Tyler Housleys. You've competed against some of the very best on this video game when it comes to the dirt cars. What has your experience been like ever since you started racing these dirt cars on NASCAR Heat 3?
It's been exciting. Really good group of people. You know, it's not like one person goes out and wins every race every night and stuff. You always have different winners. Like this season, we have a total of 6 races so far and 5 different winners, I think. So it's really interesting so far this season with all the people that are just up there in the points, and you know, there's always a challenge for someone.
There's a couple of new names towards the top of the point standings that you normally wouldn't expect to be there at this point in the season, but there's also a few of those veteran faces that are there as well. Describe the competition thus far this season.
Um, it's always fun to see the people that come and go, especially the people that are coming up through the ranks and stuff, how they're racing, and how they really are just really out there learning for their first season, but they make it look like they've been running it for how many seasons now.
Yeah, we've had a couple of drivers show up and amaze us instantly here in the world of NASCAR on the dirt and on the asphalt. Keith Ayers comes to mind. 3 NASCAR Platinum Cup Series wins this season, and he started getting top 5s right off the hop when he joined us. Don't think he'll be entering the Brough Motorsports 100 event tonight, but it would have been an exciting treat for us if he did. If you're just joining us on YouTube, the Brough Motorsports 100 is hosted here on NASCAR Heat 3. 4 heat races, 13 laps apiece. The top 2 finishers in the heat races will advance to the A main. The rest invitation now to heat number 1.
Did you get the invite?
Yes, sir. Top 2 advance to the feature race. The rest go to the B main. BJ, did you get an invite? Okay, here, I'll send you one.
Good now.
And we're on our way to the Charlotte Dirt Track for the first heat of the night. 13 laps. The top 2 advance to the feature race. The rest go to the B main. And the top 4 from the B main will advance to the feature as well. And this will make up 12 drivers for the feature race at the end of the night. It's the first ever. It's the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 And there is a $20 PSN card on the line, donated gratefully and thankfully by Dakota Brough himself. He knows pretty well everybody in this league, so it's basically him rewarding the drivers, or excuse me, one of his friends for their talent on the game. And the green flag is in the air. The action brought to you by NOSSCAR. '77 machine of Jordan Roughton is out front, looking strong. He's got Dakota Brough in the 28, right behind him in second.
The two-car breakaway right now.
And at this point, that's what they want to see. I don't think they're going to battle too much if they don't have to. They're both in a spot to advance.
The 00 Billy Milner passes Dash on the inside for third place.
That's what he's got to do, one at a time. He's got to get a little bit closer there. Taking the high line like you were talking about just a moment ago.
Yeah.
And that's Jade Burr in the 11 car in the 5th position. Dash in the 83 in 4th.
Top two are pulling away, so if Billy wants to do anything, he'll have to go now.
Not a very long race. There's already 5 laps on the board here, so that leaves 8 laps to go in heat number 1. And wow, right through the middle,
Yeah.
Billy Milner, and now contact made between the two. Milner went up into the wall. Jade Burr went around them both for third, but for how long? Dash back to the bottom. Oh, and
Three
Billy.
wide again.
Yep, Billy drove it in there really hard and made contact again. I believe there's 7 laps to go. There's 6 laps to go. Oh! Heavy contact to the outside wall for Dash. He's trying to hold on here. All these drivers are losing the front two from battling so hard. They're going to be going to the B main, it looks like.
There is a battle for the lead now.
Yes, there is. Dakota Brough going for the heat win.
Jordan got in the wall a little bit. Dakota's right there.
If you're just joining us on YouTube, Brough Motorsports 100, 4 heats, a B main and an A main. Top 2 advance to the A main, the rest go to the B main. And you're watching a battle for the lead between Jordan Roughton and Dakota Brough, with a 77 of Jordan, 28 of Dakota. They're both in a spot to advance right now. They would love to say that they won the first heat in the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100. There is a $20 PSN card on the line as a prize for the winner, donated by Dakota Brough. And that is the conclusion to heat number 1. Jordan Roughton wins. Dakota Brough in second. Those are the 2 drivers that will advance to the A main. Right there, the 77 and the 28. Dash in the 83 will have to fight his way from the B main. Billy Milner in the 00 will have to do the same. Jade Burr in the 11 will have to do the same as well. Jade Burr, the defending NASCAR Truck Series champion, will have some work to do. Well, heat number 1 in the history books there, BJ. What did you think? Oh, BJ, do you have a copy? Oh, okay, well that's good. Double check in the party there just to make sure that your voice is set to always be shared. I hope that everybody's been able to hear you this whole time.
Yeah.
It's all good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what did you think of heat number 1? You had Jordan Roughton in the 77, Dakota Brough in the 28 battling, and they got some distance from the rest of the field.
Yeah, I think Dakota was just biding his time though. He didn't really want to challenge the lead there. He just wanted to get distance on the from the third place, which they did then. And you seen that he was battling for the lead. So all in all, that was probably a typical people fighting in the back trying to get up there. That's probably what you're going to see, and probably see the first two, three get away from the back.
It seemed like once they got a bit of distance, the rest of the field maybe panicked just a little bit. They were trying to run them down, but they were busy battling with each other as well for that third position. And in the end, it was Jordan Roughton in the 77 winning heat number 1. Dakota Brough, the defending NOSSCAR Motormaster Series champion, finishing second in heat number 1. And joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, speak of the devil, Dakota Brough, finishing second in heat 1. Good run there. How did the car feel?
Man, right at the start of that, it's kind of tight, honestly. The track's kind of tightened up, made it kind of close.
Yeah, did it ever? You were able to run them down and challenge them for the heat win. Were you trying to take it easy for the most part, knowing you were in a spot to advance to the A main?
I mean, yeah, but at the same point, it wasn't too bad, really. I mean, it made it good for a lot of close, tight racing. It was kind of good. I mean, if it's going to be like this all night, it's going to be a good event. It's kind of tight. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, it's tight, but it's loose. I mean, it's going to be whoever stays the most consistent who gets this, and that's what I like about it.
It's going to be an exciting event if that's how we're going to begin the night. Heat 1 was awesome. We saw some fireworks in there. Now we got BJ Thomas, Peyton Larson, Luke Barnett, Nick Don Francesco, Terry Mason, and Magic Man all ready to go and battle for a top 2 finish here in heat number 2.
There's actually a change to heat number 2. Magic Man is actually on his way from work, so he's going to go to heat 4, and we're going to put Dew King in his spot in heat 2.
Very good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that Dew King, Timmy Brown, was able to make it to the event tonight. He spoke to me earlier today about it, and I was under the impression we had no more open spots, and I'm glad that he was able to get one.
Yep, he got in, and he's going to be driving the 33 car tonight. Heat 2 is going to be exciting. We got a couple good guys in here. We're going to see how this one plays out.
Awesome.
Let's see who shows.
We're going to let BJ Thomas go to work here. BJ, make sure you get a photo of the results, and good luck to you.
I'm going to stay in here.
Ah, okay, very good. Best of luck to you, BJ, on your quest to get a top 2 finish.
Thank you. See you then.
More than welcome to stay in the commentary booth if you like. Ah, never mind, he is on his way to his race car. The famous 99.
We're going to see how many guys show up. We got... It looks like there's going to be 3 of them going out at this race. We got BJ Thomas, Larson 8897, and Luke Barnett in the 12 of Michael DeVolfan in Heat 2. Not very many in this one, so only one guy will go to the B main.
Ah, okay.
So
less stress for these drivers here in Heat 2. They kind of lucked out a little bit.
It's kind of nice when you got a couple people that like to fill in.
Absolutely. Well, Timmy Brown's been a veteran NOSSCAR driver for quite some time. He's raced in all forms of racing with us here on NASCAR Heat 2 and Heat 3.
Yeah, he's a very competitive driver. Being on the track with him a lot through the last couple of years of being here in NOSSCAR, he's kind of quiet. He likes to be in the back, but don't count him out at the end.
I'll never forget the time where Timmy Brown, I remember him winning the Brickyard race for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series on NASCAR Heat 2 in 2018. I remember dominating that race, leading the most laps, winning Stage 1 and Stage 2. Final restart, Timmy had a great restart. He was able to clear me, and I couldn't get back by him, and he picked up his first ever NOSSCAR win.
Yeah, I remember being there in that race. I wasn't running too far behind you either.
Yeah, it was a good race. Definitely thought I had that one. At the time, I was not that happy. But over
Yeah.
time, I learned to accept it and be happy for him. I was happy for him right off the bat, though. If I was going to lose to somebody, I was glad it was him. We are awaiting the
Looks
invitation
like
here for
BJ
heat
in
number 2.
qualifying. Michael Duvall is right on BJ's tail, and Armstrong's about 2 lengths back in qualifying. They look to be pretty darn close. No one's gaining on anybody. They're staying about the same distance.
King's not there?
He should be, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look. If not, we're gonna have to put him back in a Heat 3 then. No, he didn't make it.
Either that or just put him in the back for heat 2 here. He's only going to be in the second row.
Then the qualifying is over. I
All
look
right.
for BJ and Michael Duvall to really be close. Don't count Larson out though. Larson fell back to try and give himself an open track to try and get some clean laps in. Michael Duvall tried to run down BJ. I don't know. It's going to be close. No one gained on each other. No one left each other. So
This is going to be an
look to see
interesting
how
heat.
this is going to be good.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting heat because all of these drivers are so evenly matched. This is going to be a very close heat. Try to get King in there, and it's going to be really interesting. Send him an invite.
Yeah, I'm going to. I got him as soon as I get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and send you an invite too. Just wait. I'll let you know when you can join.
Sounds good. If you're just joining us on YouTube, the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 here on NASCAR Heat 3 features 4 heat races, 13 laps apiece. The top 2 advance to the A main. The rest advance to the B main, where the top 4 advance to the A main, making up a 12-car starting grid for a 100-lap feature race with a $20 PSN card prize on the line, donated graciously and gratefully by Dakota Brough and Brough Motorsports.
Yeah, and we're gonna throw something nice and neat in there for the other drivers that don't think they can make it. If a driver from the B main, remind you, the 4 drivers that advance from the B main don't get to qualify for the A main. So these 4 drivers that make it into the A main will have to start at the tail of the A main field. And the thing is, if one of them 4 drivers wins this race tonight, there's going to be an extra $10 bonus to that.
You heard it from Dakota Brough himself, folks. If a B main driver, a top 4 finisher in the B main, advances to the A main, starts at the rear of the A main, and somehow pulls it off and wins tonight, there will be an extra $10 added to the prize just for them sticking it out and battling through all the adversity and getting to the feature race and winning. That's amazing.
Yeah, and we're going to try and see what these guys can do. You never know. There's some guys that may want to take the 30 instead of the 20, and they may start at the, the tail end of the B. They may just want to go to the B main. They may not want to finish in the top.
So you're saying that some drivers might actually gamble here to go for the big prize.
I've heard it. I've heard it through some of the drivers. Right now, BJ Thomas and Larson are battling it out side by side for the lead. You got Michael Duvall fan and King.
Oh, I never got an invite. Yeah.
Fuck. My bad, Ty.
All good.
I got you. I got you on this one.
We'll do radio commentary.
Yeah, we got BJ Thomas leading, Michael Duvall fan running second. Looks to be Larson and then King running in third and fourth. King seems like he ain't got quite the handling down yet, but he's not falling too far behind either. There's about 2 to 3 car lengths. You got Larson about a length behind Michael Duvall, who is currently on BJ Thomas's tail. There's about a half a car length between your 2 leaders. They're doing actually pretty good, clean racing. It's staying consistent. They're all staying within each other, but Michael Duvall is looking to the inside of BJ Thomas for your lead.
Risking it all, despite being in a spot to advance, going for
Looks
the
like
win.
Michael Duvall lost a little bit coming off the corner and got a little loose, and BJ pulled away from him. As they come back around, still BJ Thomas leading it. Michael Duvall is about a car length and a half away. Larson's about 5 to 6 lengths back, and then you got Duking about probably 8 to 10 behind him. Duking got into your outside wall. There's about 3 laps to go. BJ Thomas is holding it. Michael Duvall is holding it close, but they're running about the same. No one can pull out on each other. This race is going to be so good tonight. I'm so excited.
What's the gap? What's the interval like between second and third? The transfer spot.
There's probably 5-6 tenths there between second and third. Armstrong's a couple car lengths back. BJ Thomas is out to about 2 lengths on Michael Duvall, and Larson is about probably a half a straightaway back. Duking's about another half a straightaway from him. They come around, they should have 2 laps to go. Michael Duvall's looking to the inside of BJ Thomas going into turn 3. Holding tight on his quarter. They bump, they nudge coming out of 4. And I think BJ got him. BJ nudged out Michael Duvall for the win.
BJ Thomas in the 99 goes to victory lane in heat number 2 of the evening. Timmy Brown third or Jason Armstrong?
Jason Armstrong is third, and Duking rounds out your top 4.
So it'll be Jason Armstrong and Timmy Brown going to the B main, where the top 4 advance to the A main. And here in heat 2, BJ Thomas and Mike Duvall advancing to the A main. See, I don't know, I can't say I'm surprised too much. BJ Thomas, I said it to him earlier in the broadcast, he's
always on top.
He's raced against some of the very best on this game as well. He is used to the stiffest competition available in the dirt cars on
Michael
NASCAR
Duvall
Heat
had
3.
your fastest lap, though,
Woo!
of a 15.114. BJ ran a 15.131.
Well, how about that, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
This
look
is
out
a
for
good
Mike
race,
in the
good
feature.
tight race. We're going to be getting your next heat lined up here.
Having you in the commentary booth here with us, does that allow you to scope your competition a little better?
Somewhat, but not really. Everybody is really about running the same time. It's kind of nuts. Everybody's going to be close. I don't think anybody's going to run away with this one tonight. It's going to be whoever stays the most consistent and sticks to it and just rolls out. Alright, we're getting qualifying set up for your Heat 3. Heat 3 will consist of Michael Birch, Matt McLean, Tyler Wagner, Zach Carter, Robert Lohman Sr., and Curtis Fields. But
well, this one's going to be a good one. I spoke to Robert Lohman Sr. about this event, and he was very excited. He said he was working on the car, and he was hoping to advance to the A main without having to fight his way from the B main.
Yeah, this should be a good close race. NASCAR fan of Michael Birch, man, he dominated last week's feature races at Jefferson and here at Charlotte itself, but I'm beginning to wonder, can NASCAR fan actually pull it off and become tonight's winner? It kind of shakes things up here. We got MS State Boy, NASCAR Fan, Crazed Kurt, Crazy Legs, and Haha all appeared. Only one I believe to be missing is Matt McLean.
And for the folks at home, basically this is the point where these drivers have a 7-lap qualifying run to post their best lap time.
We get a 4-lap qualifying session.
Oh, it's a 4-lap. Oh, this is a very short qualifying session for these drivers.
Yeah.
And you can throw lap 1 away right away. It's definitely not going to be their best lap, so these drivers have 3 laps to lay down a hot lap to get the best starting spot they can for the heat. They're aiming for a top 2 finish for everybody joining us on YouTube. This is the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 event. 4 heats, a B main event, and an A main. Top 2 from the heats advance to the A main. The rest go to the B main, where they will battle for a top 4 finish to advance to the A main. $20 PSN card prize on the line, donated by Brough Motorsports. Go on.
Did you not get my invite seriously the last time?
No, I really didn't. Yeah, make sure you send me a few this time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, send me a few this time. I'm ready. I wants to see it.
This is going to be interesting. I'm beginning to wonder who's going to actually do good and who ain't. I'm beginning to wonder how this B main's going to look, because there's going to be probably about a good 10 to 12 drivers in the B main trying to battle it to make it inside this top 4 to make the A main. We took some of our drivers and gave it a twist, and the whole point of this event was to give it the short track racing feel like you see at your local short tracks, and these guys don't get to do it like this very much. They're just used to running one solid race with about 20 cars, and tonight we get to break that down and give them a little different twist and give them something to actually run for, and hopefully we give them all a show. That's all we want, is to give everybody a show.
It's been a heck of a show so far. Heat 1 was excellent. Heat 2 was a close race. Heat 3 coming up in a matter of moments. We got one more heat after that. A 50-lap B main where they'll scrap it out for a top 4 to advance to the feature race of the night. And that feature race, oh man, 100 laps, divided into stages with no cautions.
Yeah, this is going to be some good racing tonight, Ty. I think you're in for a treat.
I think we're all in for a treat, actually. We got a lot of our fans tuning in on YouTube right now. It's been blowing up on social media. Everybody's been talking about the Brough Motorsports 100. We've all been excited about it for quite some time. Here it is. It's finally upon us. Jordan Roughton wins Heat 1. BJ Thomas wins Heat 2. Dakota Brough, yours truly, in the commentary booth with me. And Mike Duvall, both advancing with those two. And now we're going to find out who advances in Heat 3. This is going to be one of the better heats of the night. Can't wait to receive the invitation to bring you live coverage.
MS State Boy, got your pole.
Oh. So Matt McLean on the pole for Heat 3. He's another driver, much like BJ Thomas, much like yourself, Dakota, who has raced against the best of the best in the dirt on NASCAR Heat 3, so not much surprise for him to be on the pole for this event. Live coverage of Heat number 3 coming to you in a matter of moments, folks. Brought to you by NOSSCAR and Brough Motorsports.
Yeah, Brough Motorsports is one of your local short track race teams. We race out of Anderson, Indiana, home of the world's highest quarter-banked half. So it's an asphalt track. We do figure 8 and oval racing every week, and just figured this would give it a different feel, give it the short track feel they need. Instead of running one solid, consistent race, let's see how you do a multiple.
Yeah, very unique format. You touched on this a bit ago. These drivers not used to a format like this, and so it's provided them with a very unique experience, I'm sure. And I know that a lot of these drivers will be coming back for another one of these.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully we can get something worked out to where we can do this with almost every series we got. Give it one special race through a season. Give these guys something really hard to work for and see what they can do.
After this, the season picks up where it left off. 6 points races in the history books here in the 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series season, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 3.
Did you get your invite?
Let me double check. No, I didn't. I really didn't.
Oh my god.
Someone else is going to have to start inviting me or something.
Yeah. After this heat, we'll give it a second and let me restart my stuff. Maybe it's me or you. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It sucks because
I'm
now
sorry,
we've missed
guys.
2 heats.
Yeah. Right now, NASCAR fan and it looks like MS State Boy are battling it out for your lead, though. Everybody else just kind of following in single file. MS State Boy is in second, Crazed Kurt in third, Haha is in fourth, and Crazy Legs fifth. NASCAR fan is battling with MS State Boy. NASCAR fan is your current leader.
Michael Birch out front leading the race.
We now have Crazed Kurt on their tail end trying to work into it, and Haha follows with about 2 links, with Robert Lohman Sr. following with about 4 links behind that.
Keep in mind, Michael Birch coming off 2 wins in a row here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, so he's on a bit of a roll. Picking up where he left off, he's out front.
NASCAR fan still continues to hold your lead there side by side for the lead, as he has the outside with MS State Boy below. But don't count Crazed Kurt or Haha out either. They're not too far behind these two battling, and it'd be interesting to see if one of these guys can actually jump up and get on their bumper and see if they could do something.
Live coverage of Heat number 4 will be coming after Heat number 3. Enjoy the best we can bring you for Heat 3. We apologize for the technical difficulties.
MS State Boy got around NASCAR fan, but NASCAR fan gave him the bump to send him high out of 4 and gets below him. They are now back side by side racing into turn 1 and 2. Crazed Kurt is probably 2/10 behind your 2 leaders right now, and Haha is probably a half second behind your leaders. Robert Lohman Sr. is probably about 3 seconds behind the lead pack right now.
Yeah, give a call to Robert Lohman for making it into the heat, getting the car tuned up and ready for this. He was excited.
Yeah, he's very new. He came into our league midway, partly in the Motor Master and the truck season, and didn't see too much of him towards the end. But he's bound to pick it up. He's actually running pretty good by himself. He's holding a consistent line. He ain't doing too bad. He's gonna be one of our up and probably new stars coming up through the NOSSCAR rankings.
Michael Birch continuing to show the way.
Michael Birch nudged out MS State Boy for the win by probably a 1/10 of a second, side by side. Crazed Kurt in third.
Wow. Power move by Michael Birch, coming to the line to take the Heat 3 win. Curtis Fields will miss the advanced spot, and we'll have to try in the main.
Heat 4 will be coming.
Robert Lohman in 5th. Who was 4th?
Yep. Yes.
Who was 4th?
Actually, he was 5th. Haha.
Who was 4th?
Haha. Got
okay.
4th.
Cool. Heat 3 for the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 is in the history books. And it was Michael Birch picking up the win, Matt McLean in second. Those two drivers advancing to the A main later tonight. And it is Curtis Fields, Tyler Wagner, and Robert Lohman Sr. advancing to the B main. The final heat of the evening, heat number 4, will be coming up in a matter of moments. We'll be bringing you live coverage of the event. It is a 13-lap event. Top 2 advance to the feature race of the evening, and the rest of the field will have to enter the B main, where they will battle for a top 4 finish and advance to the feature race that way. Keep this in mind. Dakota, you touched on this earlier in the broadcast. The 4 drivers who advance from the B main will have to start at the tail of the field for the A main event, and if one of those 4 drivers wins tonight's feature race event, they will be given an additional $10 to the prize for battling through all the adversity, going through a heat race and a B main race before starting at the tail of the A main and winning. So there is an extra additional incentive for those drivers to show up for the B main and give it their best.
The drivers looking into that would be Humpy, Dash, Jade, Larson, Dew, Kurt, Haha, and Crazy Legs are all in the B main so far, and that ain't even with the 4th heat yet. There's going to be a lot of good drivers possible for that, yeah. There's going to be a lot of good drivers for that. So, it's going to be interesting. I'm about to get his invite set up real quick and get right on that.
Sounds great. If possible, instruct somebody else to invite me as well, because for some reason I can't.
I'll have Logan do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Make sure he does it with only a few seconds left on the clock or whatever.
You said Armstrong too, right?
Yes, sir. Jason Armstrong is in the B main. He finished in 3rd in heat number 2.
No, that would be Larson. That ain't Armstrong. That's Larson.
Oh, Peyton Larson. Okay.
I was about to say Armstrong ain't raced all season.
My fault. My apologies to everybody at home.
You're good.
Peyton Larson finishing 3rd in heat 2, not Jason Armstrong.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good race here in heat 4 as I get the invites sent out for qualifying.
There's somebody else that wants to be involved in heat number 4. If you would like to send him a friend request and invite him, his name's Titans Rule 2001.
Has he raced this season?
No, he hasn't.
Then yeah, don't hold it. Not
okay,
yet.
No problem.
Have him wait a week.
Yep, absolutely.
I did that especially for the drivers that have been here. That's the whole point of this race. I want people to come and hopefully stay and have a good time. That's the whole incentive to this. Not trying to add anybody new just yet. Have them wait a week for the regular season.
Sounds great to me.
Kind of make this like the all-star race of the Dirt Series. We have Tony Flyers, Logalicious, and Dave Rule so far into the 4th heat. Logalicious being part of the Brough Motorsports crew. Proud sponsor of tonight's race. It's gonna be an interesting heat race. You got a veteran of Dave Rule, and then you got 2 rookies to our NOSSCAR seasons, and that being Logalicious of Logan Brough and Tony Flyers of Tony Camarada.
I'm gonna let you say his last name from now on. I've had a tough time with that one.
I don't even know if that's how you correctly say it, but that's what I'm gonna roll with. That's how I think I pronounce it.
It sounds correct to me. It sounds better than the way I tried to say it one time.
Yeah. He's got one of them weird, hard to pronounce names just like mine. Ours is actually Brough instead of Brough. It's that Canadian accent, you know.
I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you actually pronounce it with like you're saying rough with a B in front of it.
So we have a total of, excuse me, let me just double check
3
this.
cars in this
5,
heat.
6,
There's going to be
7.
1 driver that goes to the B main.
So that means we're going to have a total of 9 drivers in the B main event battling for a top 4 spot to advance to the A main. Drivers in the B main so far include Dash, Jade
Logan
Burr,
and
Billy
Tony
Milner,
Flyers
Peyton
are
Larson,
pretty
Timmy
close.
Brown, Curtis Fields, Tyler Wagner, and Robert Lohman Sr.
Dave Marks Jr. is backed off of him to give himself the track space to try and set a fast lap for tonight's heat race.
The 4-lap qualifier on the way.
Logan and Tony are battling it out, and it's over already. I guess we'll go and see who actually got the pole. They were on top of each other.
Do you have Logan sending me an invite?
Yes.
Awesome. That was a quick qualifier. Does that mean that they laid down some hot laps, Dakota?
Oh yeah, they were moving just like everyone else.
So on to the A main so far. Jordan Roughton and Dakota Brough from Heat 1. BJ Thomas and Mike Duvall from Heat 2. Michael Birch and Matt McLean from Heat 3. We've got a number of drivers entering the B main 50-lap event. Top 4 advance to the feature race. 12 drivers in the feature race with a $20 PSN card prize on the line donated by Brough Motorsports. We're very excited to be hosting this event, special event everyone's been talking about for months in advance.
Yeah, these guys have, most of these guys have been practicing through the week, and I think it's beginning to show. We've had some pretty good close races. This is going to be interesting tonight.
Oh, I hope I receive the invitations this time. I would really like to get a good look at this heat. Send me like 5.
Yeah, I'm about to. I got you.
Even send me a bunch early.
I'm going to send like 30.
Yeah. Light me up like a Christmas tree here.
Oh, I will. Give me a second.
Okay. I like these heat races because there's a sense of urgency. It's only 13 laps. These drivers really need to figure it out and get into the top 2 in a hurry.
Yeah, Logalicious got your pole with the 15-2. Dave Rule, second.
Good for Logan. Logan has not been here for too long. I received your invite, by the way. Let me know when to join.
Oh, good. You're good. We launched.
Okay. Yeah, Logan has not been here for very long, and he's already found success. He instantly got top 5s and top 10s in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series and NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Now he's on the Dirt Tour.
He's even got a Dirt Series win.
Yes, he does. Now he's full-time on the Dirt Tour, and he's got himself a win.
He is looking to hopefully do well this season. Coming in as a rookie, he's already making his name known.
And a stage win, too. Like, some drivers have a tough time winning stages, but they can pull off a win here and there. He seems to be able to do it all, and I'm very impressed. There's very few drivers in NOSSCAR history that we can name that have instantly found success after signing up, and your brother, Logan Brough, is definitely one of them.
Yeah, he's had many practices. We've been playing NASCAR since we were kids, back on the Nintendo 64, so he's about like us. He's just not used to the online gaming part of the racing community, and trying to get him into that and used to it's a whole big thing to him, and I think he likes it. He looks forward to this every week just as much as I do. He is currently leading.
Green flag in the air. Logan
Tony
out front of
Flyers
the
in
4.
second. Dave Marks Jr. following closely in third.
I love the look of that 4 car. That's the car I drove in the only full-time season I entered. I know that team's got speed, and they're showing it here at the Charlotte Dirt Track.
Yeah, these guys are putting it to it. Dave Marks Jr. is right on Tony Camarada's rear bumper. He's looking to take that A-main spot away.
battle for the second position heating up. You're right. Dave and the 17 all over the back bumper here, or what would be the back bumper if these cars had one, of Matt McLean, or excuse me, of Tony Flyers, rather.
Yeah, and mind you, that battle for second is allowing your leader, Logan Brough, to pull away. Logan is your current leader.
Dave tried a different line there through 3 and 4, and it looked like he did get a bit of speed out of it, but he nicked the wall going down the front straight, and that slowed him down.
Yeah, like I said, these cars are showing a lot of shoving. These guys are kind of tight starting out, coming off the corners. They're not as loose as everybody would like them to be. And without any cautions in the clean racing we've been having, no one's been able to make a pit stop and adjust their tires or their setup period.
These drivers will be able to do that a little bit throughout the B main and the A main, so that's going to change a little bit for them once these races come. We're going to have 9 drivers in the B main. We're going to have 12 in the A main battling for the prize. So these heat races are just the small, short, and sweet races leading up to the main event. Top 2 advance to the A main.
Logan Brough seems to kind of put a gap on Tony, whereas Tony's kind of put a gap on Dave Marks Jr.
The gap about the same, actually, in between all 3 of these drivers. Very spread. Doesn't look like Matt McLean's, or excuse me, Tony. I don't know why I keep trying to say Matt McLean. I don't know why it doesn't look like Tony is pressing the issue at this point. He's got a comfortable gap. He's going to advance if he just holds station for another 5 or 6 laps here. Race is almost over.
It's going to be a close.
Joining us now in the NASCAR commentary booth, Dakota's dog.
Yeah, she's a rough one.
Oh, good. We could use an analyst here.
Logan Brough is your Heat 4 winner with Tony Flyers in second, Dave Rule in third.
So that puts Logan on to the A main, along with Tony Flyers, and Dave Marks Jr. is going to have to battle from the B main. He's going to have any chance at that $20 prize, and if he actually does battle back from the B main, he'll win a $30 prize.
Yeah, this is looking really, really interesting.
Well, I know it's going to be a very competitive B main. These drivers are very evenly matched, like Dash and Jay Burr, Billy Milner, Peyton Larson, Curtis Fields. Curtis Fields ran a really strong race in Heat 3. He might be one of the drivers to watch in this one.
Yeah, he's far up a new Camel, as you can see in the Motormaster, and by the end of the Motormaster series. And Logan Brough is your fast time with a 15.170 in that race.
He's only getting faster. If I recall correctly, he ran a 15.2 in the qualifying for this race, but then again, he was only given 4 laps to post the quickest lap time he could. He hit 13 throughout this race. Very strong showing for Logan. Has 1 win this season. Now has a heat win here in the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 3. $20 PSN prize on the line. We have had up to 18 people watching this broadcast at one point. The broadcast has 50 comments. It's been a very big success, and we can only imagine how big it's going to be for the feature race once we get there. 12 drivers, 100 laps, divided into stages. And these drivers are all battling for a big prize.
Yeah,
basically, the prize is going to pay for about half of their Wreckfest video game if they choose to join us for the NOSSCAR Outlaw series on Wreckfest.
That's what I was just speaking of earlier. I just said that, or the new NASCAR Heat 4 coming out in August.
Absolutely.
Or
Or even if they
September,
wanted to
not
pick up a
August.
copy of GTA 5 for about $19.99 or $24.99, they could join us for the NOSSCAR Street Tech series on PlayStation 4. A lot of things they can do with this $20 PSN card.
Yeah, we're gonna take a short 10-minute break here and come back to you, and we will do the B main here following. I'm gonna get everybody kind of set up and ready to go, and we'll kick this thing off here in about 10 minutes with the B main, and about 5 minutes after the B main, we'll do the A main.
Sounds like a plan. You heard it from him. 10-minute intermission, and when we come back, we will have live coverage of the B main event. 9 drivers battling for a top 4 finish, and those 4 drivers will advance to the feature race of the evening, and that'll be a 12-car race for the A main. Don't go anywhere. The inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 will be back in a matter of 10 minutes. Oh, I'm definitely keeping the broadcast rolling, just keeping the commentary to a minimum. Gonna invite Jordan Roughton into the commentary booth, actually, see if we can get a word with your Heat 1 race winner in the number 77 Dirt Late model. He drove a very impressive race earlier. We had live coverage of it. Joining us now in the NASCAR commentary booth, Michael Birch, winner of Heat number 3. Thank you for taking the time to join us.
No problem.
Also joining us now in the NASCAR commentary booth, winner of Heat number 4, driver of the number 4 car, that is Logan Brough. Thank you for joining us as well. First question goes to Michael Birch. You had a 5-car heat. You were able to pull it off and win the race. You had a heck of a battle there with Matt McLean. Describe your race for us, and describe how the car is feeling, and describe your nerves for us as the A main gets closer.
Okay, at the moment right now, that race I was really nervous, and it was a good battle between him, me, and MSA Boy. My nerves were all over the place.
Well, you pulled it off. You were able to control the nerves, it seemed. You pulled off the heat win. Some of these other drivers that have been very strong all season have to go to the B main. You don't have to do that, and therefore you don't have to start at the tail of the A main. What do you think of your chances for the upcoming feature race?
My chances is just be calm and just be patient.
Is that the strategy? Going to try to migrate towards the front slowly?
Yeah.
Good strategy, especially when there's 12 of you out there for 100 laps. Long race, and you'll have a bit more open space than the race earlier this season when we had 20 of us. On to Logan Brough, Heat 4 winner. You had to hold off Tony Flyers. Eventually you got a bit of a healthy gap on him, and you were running 15 ones and twos consistently. Tell us about how your heat race went, and tell us about how the car is handling. Logan, do you have a copy? A lot of the best drivers in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series have advanced to the A main. Nobody really slipped on a banana peel. You're going to have to take on Jordan Roughton, your brother Dakota, BJ Thomas, Michael Birch, Matt McLean, Tony Flyers, Mike Duvall, and as well as 4 others from the B main. What do you think of your chances, and what do you think of the competition tonight? Oh, Logan, we need you to check your
You might want to, yeah.
audio
I
party
was about to say.
settings. We can't hear your voice. Go to the party. Go to the party chat that we're in, then go to party settings. And then go down to allow your voice to be shared, and then go to always allow. Change it to always allow so we can hear you on YouTube. We couldn't hear you on YouTube.
Alrighty, can you hear me now?
I don't know. Did you change it to always allow?
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. Just gonna get you to answer those questions again. You won your heat race in Heat 4. You had a good battle with Tony, and you eventually got some distance on him, running 15 ones and twos. Tell us how your car feels. Tell us what you think of your chances.
Yeah, my car's sticking pretty good, man. I've practiced the last 2 days. I've had my help with my brother, and I've helped him, and that's where it's got me to now.
Also, what was I going to say? Excuse me. We have 9 drivers going at it in the B main. We have 12 drivers locked in for the feature race. None of the best drivers slipped on a banana peel. You're going to have to take on some of the best drivers you've been racing all season long. Where do you think you're going to stack up, and is there anything that you can maybe do to pull off the win here tonight?
Yeah, I'm just going to be patient and try to stick there, but I'm not going to say I'm going to win, but whoever wins is going to be well-deserved, and they're going to have to drive the wheels off the thing because these presets got all these cars pretty tight, so there's really no line that you can run on the outside, but you can run the inside just perfect.
We saw you have a good run earlier here at the Charlotte Dirt Track, just last week actually. A points race, 20-car event, finishing 4th, got a good top 5. So you seem to know this track well. There's really only 2 grooves that you can take. Which one is your favorite?
Yeah, I'd really have to say the bottom is my favorite. I mean, that's just where I'm at with it, but it's all going to depend on what tire pressure at the end of the race and what everybody does to who comes out on top.
In my opinion, it really seems to be, for me anyways, it's the bottom. That's what I take. But we heard BJ Thomas earlier in the broadcast say the top, and he made it work. So I think it's driver preference. You can find speed at this track on both of those grooves, but there doesn't really seem to be too many other options. It's an interesting track. Best of luck to you, and best of luck. Oh, excuse me. And best of luck to you as well, Michael Birch. Thanks both of you for joining us.
Thank you.
That was your Heat 3 winner, Michael Birch, as well as your Heat 4 winner, Logan Brough. Didn't get a word with BJ Thomas, your Heat 2 winner, or Jordan Roughton, your Heat 1 winner. They declined interviews. They are busy tuning the cars, getting things sorted for the A main race later tonight. Going to take a short break from commentary. We're going to bring you back very shortly here for live coverage of the B main event. 9 drivers battling for a top 4 spot to advance to the A main. The inaugural Brough Motorsports 100, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 3, will continue very shortly. The $20 PSN card prize hangs in the balance.
I am now back. We're gonna get ready to get started off with this B main race. I think everybody's excited. They all sound like they're ready to go.
Here we go.
This is gonna be exciting, guys. It's a 50 lap shootout to try and make it in. Stages are on, and give these guys short little bursts to try and make it in. Top 4 will make it out of these 9 drivers. Actually, there's going to be more than 9. There's actually going to be 10 or 11. There's 2 or 3 guys that didn't make their heats that are actually going to try and contend in the B main. So this will be interesting.
Yes, it is. Like drivers like who?
THR
Craig?
Hardpickle is one of them.
Ah,
And
okay.
I'm going to try and get Craig in here, but I don't know if he's really running tonight. I don't know if he's got another league or not, but we're going to try and make this happen.
Sounds great.
But we're going to get a 7 per 7 laps to these guys and have them battle out in the B main.
What's up, boys?
Oh. Yes, it is. Winner of heat number 1 joining us for an interview. See, we tried to get you earlier, but you were working on the car with the team there. Sorry about that. You won a 5-car heat earlier to advance to the A main. You had a heck of a battle with the driver in the booth with me right now, actually, Dakota Pro. Tell us about your heat win and tell us how the car felt.
Boy, not even gonna lie. I told D-Nub, told Dakota as soon as I got home, I was gonna be late. And he said, "You got 10 minutes." And I said, "I gotta get a shower." I was muddy from work and whatnot. And I literally just showed up, didn't practice, and just won the son of a gun. And I guess I just take after D-Nub because I heard he's pretty good and doing all these NOSSCAR races, just showing up and winning. So I think I just pulled a D-Nub.
It sounds like it to me. What are your plans and your goals for this feature race? You're going to have some of the best drivers in the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series in the A main later tonight with you. 100 laps is a long time. Is there anything that you're going to try to pull off to win this thing?
Obviously, it's a kind of an all-star race, so I'm going to be a little more aggressive and up on the wheel. But I'm really trying to realistically get like a top 5. I know there's 12 people in, but I mean, I'm just trying to get 3 to 5th will be third to 5th will be all right to me. I know there's a lot of really good guys in here, just like all the other series that we run. But yeah, I think that's, if there's a chance to win it, I'm gonna try to win it. If not, I'd like to see 3rd or 4th or 5th place finish.
Well, we wish you the best of luck on your quest. We're about to get ready for live coverage of the B main event, so we're going to get to that, and we're going to let you go, cut you loose, and we'll catch you later, maybe after the A main.
All right, man.
And that was Jordan Roughton, winner of the Heat 1 event.
And Ty, not to mention, we now have 10 drivers in this B main trying to battle it into the top 4.
This is going to be something. Please leave the chat. Thanks, buddy. So a 50 lap B main event.
Hang on, no.
PC, please leave the chat.
I'm gonna reset these guys and redo qualifying for them real quick. One guy didn't make it. He's waiting on me. He didn't get my
Okay.
invite. And I'm not gonna leave him hanging. We're actually gonna get everybody in here and give them all a level chance at this. I'll get this going real quick. Alright. We're gonna get this set up again, and I accidentally messed up and forgot somebody. I'll take fault at that. So we're gonna get everybody back in here and qualify again for this B main. This is gonna be exciting. 50 laps.
So a 4-lap qualifier, 50
7
lap
lap.
B main, excuse me, a 7-lap qualifier, 50 lap B main event, fuel and tire wear on ×4, no cautions, stages on and damage on. The top 4 will advance to the A main, and they will start at the tail of the field for the A main. They will not get an opportunity to qualify for that feature race. Keep in mind, though, these 10 B main drivers have an opportunity to add 50% to the prize total for them. It could be a $30 PSN card prize rather than a $20 PSN card prize if they can battle through all the adversity and win the feature race tonight after advancing from the B main event. Let me know when qualifying is underway.
Alrighty. We're about 30 seconds away from kicking that off. We now have 11 drivers in here instead of 10. It's gonna be an interesting heat. B main. 11 good drivers battling it out for 4 positions. Gonna be a close race.
Qualifying has begun for the B main event, so 11 drivers on the track trying to post the quickest lap time that they can. It is the top 4 that advance to the feature race, so it is key that they get the best starting spot that they can. No cautions, so if they have an error of any sorts, they're going to have to battle their way back, or at least stay on the lead lap until the end of one of the stages.
I messed up on the start. I gave these guys a little bit of a gap to work with, I guess. I forgot to duck down at the start of qualifying. They ran over me. I feel sorry for those guys. At least they'll be back there by themselves with no damage. They'll be able to lay a good lap down instead of battling it out.
There you go. That's the spirit of. That's the best way to look at it.
These guys are going for it. These guys are laying some laps down. They are now about 4 laps into this 7-lap qualifying session. They should be wrapping up here in the next minute or two. But by the looks of it, this is going to be a good close race. These guys are staying pretty close just in qualifying.
Well, there's a lot of talented drivers in this B main. The way that this is set up, some of the drivers that are really fast don't get to advance to the A main right away, and they've got work to do still. So we're going to see some of these drivers really battling. I know that Jade Burr is going to be quick, Dash is going to be quick, Peyton Larson, Curtis Fields, Tyler Wagner. Like, this is going to be a very competitive B main race. It's going to look like the A main.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. It's gonna go kind of get crazy seeing 11 cars go down to about 4 in a matter of like 50 laps. It's gonna be a good race. I'm anxious to see it myself.
As soon as we get the invitation, folks, we're gonna bring you live coverage of
Qualifying
the B
is
main
now
event.
wrapped up. This is gonna be a good heat race right here. You got Kenny Adair that didn't make his heat race appear in the B main. Let's see if he can make it through the top 4 and possibly make it into the same main. You got a lot of good drivers, a lot of good names coming from multiple NOSSCAR series. It's gonna be interesting throwing it down here at Charlotte on the dirt.
You have champions from the NASCAR Motormaster Series, champions from the NASCAR Truck Series, champions from NASCAR 15 Victory Edition, race winners from all different types of leagues and online racing experiences. We've got some of the very best online racers here in this event tonight, some of the very best to drive these dirt cars on the NASCAR Heat 3 video game. And it's an honor and a pleasure to bring you live coverage of the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 here on NASCAR Heat 3.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good tight.
Make sure I get invites from hopefully you and your brother.
Gotcha. Can you send me an invite back in when you get in? Just in case. Hopefully
Absolutely.
they already wants.
Let me know when to join.
You should be good.
Okay. On my way, and you were correct. 11 drivers in the B main. Oh, excuse me, it is 10 drivers. BJ Thomas electing to spectate, check out his potential competition. Nothing illegal against that. There's your invitation.
Yeah, I'm in.
Here we go, folks. We're going to bring you live coverage of the B main race. 50 laps, folks. The top 4 advance to the feature race of the evening. And like I just mentioned, like we've documented all evening long, we've got some very stiff, very evenly matched drivers in this B main race. It's going to be a very exciting one.
Looks like Dash just took your lead in the 83.
What?
And he's got the 02 of Craze Kurt following in second, with the 33 of Dew King in fourth. Dash just took off and has gapped him. And it looks like your 80 car is running in fourth behind Dew, with Humpy battling it out with Dave Marks Jr. and Jade just passing Dave Marks as he hits the outside wall.
You're right, Dash in the 83 leads the race, looking to advance to the next round to the A main. Curtis Fields in the 02 in second, Timmy Brown in the 33 in third.
Yeah, they are running very close and tight as the battle at the back of the field is beginning to tighten up too. But your main area to watch on right now would be that 80 car of Larson. He's on that last transfer spot, and Humpy's looking to hunt him down on his rear end.
Yes, he is. Billy Milner, a veteran here in NOSSCAR, has won races on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition, and he's finished in the top 5 many times here with us on NASCAR Heat 3 and Heat 2 for that matter. He would love to advance and get that last transfer spot if he could.
Yeah, Craze Kurt's currently holding it down in second as it appears he is slowly reeling in the race leader of Dashed. Third following would be Duking in that red and black number 33, and fourth place, of course, being Larson following behind, with Humpy shortly not far behind him either.
Still anybody's
This race begins to, 50 laps, it's a long one here, but these guys will shortly get their caution here in probably about 10 laps or so, and these guys will be able to put the adjustments they need on these cars, and you're going to see some guys gamble and some not. Some guys will stay out to stay at the front of the pack. They don't want to lose their track position, so this is going to be interesting. We're going to see who takes the pit stop and who don't. It's going to be good.
I'm interested in seeing who gains and who loses after the pit stops, because some of these drivers are going to make adjustments, as you just mentioned, and it's going to be very obvious to see who's went the right way on those adjustments and who's went the wrong way. So
we have Dave Marks Jr. and Jade and Haha all back here battling for a position. These guys are banging doors and getting it on. These guys are wanting to make it in today, man.
Here's a good look at Dave. Showing him on your screen now in 17, finished third in Heat 4. He's got Tyler Wagner right behind him.
He gets into the outside wall.
Yes, he does. They're 2x2 now. Jade Burr going to try to go with him.
He gets to the inside of Dave Marks Jr. as Dave Marks Jr. lets him know he's still on the outside.
He slid up into him a little bit there, Jade did, but they're still rolling. And that's the end of stage 1.
It looks like a stage 1. Woo! And your winner is Dashed for Cash at stage 1 with stage 2. Stage 2 coming up. I'm beginning to wonder who's going to really take the chance of getting 4 tires and changing this setup up and seeing if they can do any better.
There's your stage winner, Dash, looking strong here in the early going. Looking to win the B-main and advance his way, punch his ticket to that feature race. He knows that if he can get there, he's going to be a very big threat for that win.
Yeah, the top 4 right now is, before the pits, is Dashed. You have Kurt, and then you have Dew and Larson rounding out your top 4 with Humpy, Haha running 5th and 6th, and Dave Marks Jr. in 7th. 8th is Jade Burr, and 9th would be Kenny Adair with Crazy Legs running in 10th.
Don't count Kenny Adair in the 9 car out either. He just took the lead with some pit strategy.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting how this works out. Everybody seemed to pit but Kenny Adair.
He's the 2018 Truck Series champion. Green flag back in the air. Stage 2. Peyton Larson goes up the hill, gets into the side of Dash. They go into 3 now, side by side for second.
Oh, we got someone sideways in the back of the pack, going 4 wide from 3 and 4.
Dave was right in the middle of it, along with Tyler Wagner and Jade Burr. They sorted it out for the most part. Dave wiggled into the 38 of Wagner. Jade Burr went up and body slammed Wagner after.
Yeah, Wagner seems to be having it tough, but he gets to the inside of Jade. He's looking to
3 wide at the lead. New leader, Kenny Adair. Sorry to cut you off, Dakota. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Good.
It was 3 wide for second, third, and fourth, and Kenny took off like out of a cannon and took the lead.
Yeah, Larson falls back to third as Dash pulls second. We still have a battle for third as Kurt and Larson battle it out for that third spot. But Larson looks to the inside of Dash, gives him a little bump coming out of 4. That gives Kurt the inside of Dash. This is getting exciting. Oh! Is that
Peyton gave
Larson
him a shot
into the
up the
back?
hill.
Yeah.
Oh,
3 wide.
3 wide.
4 wide. Pulling out of turn 4.
Oh, and it didn't work.
The outside wall. Larson's
around goes Peyton Larson. He's flipping through the air. Jade Burr spun as well.
Wow, that gave a turn of events. Dash is your new leader. Kurt second, and Humpy running third now, giving Kenny Adair the 4th spot.
There's Jade Burr in the 11. He got it going again. Some front-end damage, as you can see. Thankfully, the stages are not too long. They're still on the lead lap. They should be able to be okay and stay on the lead lap until the end of the stage. Dash leading the race. And he's got Curtis Fields in the 0-2 right behind him in
Humpy
second.
gives the 0-2 a shove up the track coming out of turn 2 and takes the 2nd spot from him.
Oh, yes, he did.
Humpy is now running 2nd. Billy Milner coming out of Georgia. Look at him. Man, this is getting interesting. Dave Marks Jr. and Pickle battling it out for the 4th transfer spot. Man, these guys are getting close.
This
They
is
all want in.
amazing. This is awesome action to watch. Kenny Adair still in 4th. I can't believe he's still in 4th after being involved in that incident.
You can't count out the rest of these guys. There's still a whole nother stage coming. Half of this race is still yet to become. This 2nd stage will end right before the halfway point. And these guys will get half the race to battle it out in this last stage. And these last 20 laps is going to be hard on their tires. Let's see who can really keep control of their car and be the most consistent.
Battle for the lead, or excuse me, battle for second rather. Curtis Fields, Billy Milner, they've been all over each other since the drop of the green flag here in stage 2.
Billy Milner looking to the outside and gets into the outside wall a little coming off 4. Looking to the inside of Kurt.
The
Gives him a
Earnhardt
bump.
crossover move goes to the bottom, now
Keeps
the
it
back
clean.
stretch.
Wow, these guys really want it. Oh,
Curtis-
we got
Curtis
a new
tried
4th place person. Dave Marks Jr. has now took your 4th position from Kenny Adair.
Oh, for how
Kenny
long?
gave
Kenny
him the
got
bump.
into him.
Dave Marks goes up the track. Haha gets around them both.
And now Kenny
Kenny
goes
gives him a
underneath
bump.
Tyler.
Oh,
He
Tyler
goes
spins.
around. Wagner into
And
the
the
wall.
end of the stage is over. Hell of a battle coming out of end of the turns. Wow, these guys are wanting it. Kenny Adair still gets 4th from Dave Marks Jr. Gives Dew King the 6th spot. Haha fell to 7th because of that. Jade Burr finishing at the very back. It's not looking like a good day for him. That crew's going to have to get down in the pits and get their shit fixed so that way they can get back out and hopefully be in contention.
We're on the air.
Yeah, I just learned. I thought about it as it came out. But, yeah, these guys are rolling. This is exciting. I've never seen something so crazy.
Oh
These guys
my
are wanting
goodness.
it. You throw money at the line, these guys go nuts. They want it. They want it bad.
The prize is on the line. $20 PSN card donated by Brough Motorsports. It's the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100, and these guys are driving it like they stole it. 10 cars trying to get into the top 4 for the A main, where they're coming
Dash
around at a
stays
turn
in the
4.
lead. Humpy in 2nd. Craze Kurt 3rd. Kenny Adair 4th.
Green flag
With
back in the air.
Dave Marks Jr. 5th.
It's not a very long final stage. Dash has led most laps here in this race. He takes the lead. He clears Billy Milner, or does he? 2 by 2
It's a
still.
hard, close race. Kenny Adair gets into the 17, gets into the 02. They're all wrecking coming off turn 2.
Yes, they are. Kenny drove it in hard, and now he got a bump from Peyton Larson. Kenny goes up the hill, and he loses a couple of positions.
He's driving it in deep. He just needs to lay back just a little bit and see if he can conserve that car.
Battle for the lead,
Keep it
heating
in
up.
one
It's Billy Milner and Dash. 0-0
The
in the
33 in
83.
the outside wall coming off 4. Billy Milner has put his big boy pants on today, and he says, I want some of this.
You should have seen
He's
the
shoving
move
his
he
nose
made.
in there.
Oh, now Dash looking back to the inside. It's hard to defend the bottom.
Jade Burr coming back into the picture back here. We got this 4th transfer spot with 4 cars trying to make it in. You got Craze Kurt, Jade Burr, Dave Marks Jr., and Kenny Adair all behind the top 4, which consists of Larson and Haha rounding out your top 4 in 3rd and 4th.
Oh, things were getting intense there between Peyton Larson in the 80 and Tyler Wagner in the 38. Peyton looks a
Oh,
little
9
faster
car
right
on the
now.
outside wall coming off forward.
Peyton looks a little faster than Tyler Wagner right now, but he can't seem to find a way around him, and I think he's in a transfer spot regardless, but I think he wants to get as many spots as he can in case one of these guys behind him charges up through the field.
Yeah, these top 4 guys are running single file. They're trying to stay in the groove. They're just hoping they can keep their spots to move in, but you got them 4 cars right behind them wanting it too.
Oh, and around went Dave
Oh.
Marks Jr. in the 17, hard into the outside wall off the front bumper of Kenny Adair in the 9. Jade Burr got through, Kenny got through, and a few others got through. 3 wide for the lead
Yeah.
for a moment.
Tyler Wagner to the inside of Humpy. They get loose off 4, going into turn 1. And they somehow work it out.
I can't believe Tyler Wagner in the 38 held on to it. It's so hard to hold on to the car when you're that far to the inside.
Yeah, these guys are showing what it's like. These guys are wanting it.
Battle for the final
This is a
transfer
good
spot.
race.
Heating up. Peyton Larson and Curtis Fields.
Humpy gets loose off turn 2.
Yes, he
drops.
did.
Wow. Tyler Wagner now takes 2nd. Dash leading it. It gives Larson 3rd, and it gives Kurt 4th.
And Billy was up
Yeah,
there
a little-
battling for the lead when that happened.
He parks it. He is done. He is giving up for the night. Very upset. Sad to see that for Billy Milner coming out of Georgia.
Doubt.
Guy had a hell of a car. Got Kurt battling with Larson for the 3rd spot, but you can't count out Jade Burr either. He's not very far behind Craze Kurt and Larson battling for this 4th spot here.
Jade Burr, a Truck Series champ, running in 5th, as you mentioned, trying to work his way towards a transfer spot. Curtis Fields just got underneath Peyton Larson to take the 3rd position. It looks like Peyton's car starts off strong, but it goes away over the course of the run. I'm not sure exactly what adjustments he's made to that car, but we saw him try to get around Tyler Wagner in the early going of this run, and then since then, he's actually lost the 38 of Wagner and has been passed by Curtis Fields.
Yeah, and you don't know how much damage these guys are probably carrying through this race either. These guys getting it all right here in the B main. It looks like Larson's beginning to fall back from Kurt, and it's allowing Jade to get right up on his rear bumper. Look, Jade's trying to race his way into that 4th spot, but is he willing to move his teammate to get that 4th spot?
Battle for the lead as well. They're side by side. Tyler Wagner in the 38, Dash in the 83. Dash has dominated this race so far.
And Dash gets it. Craze Kurt, haha, 2nd. Craze Kurt 3rd, and Larson gets your top 4.
Wow.
Jade Burr, Dew King, Humpy, all of them that just finished back there. Man, I hate to see that for him. Humpy especially. The dude had a car.
Who got 2nd there? Oh yeah, Tyler Wagner.
Yeah, Tyler Wagner. Coming in hot today.
Hopefully we get a picture of the official results. We'll definitely review it. But the 4 advancing for sure to the A main. Dash in the 83, Tyler Wagner in the 38, Peyton Larson in the 80, and Curtis Fields in the 02. They will join Jordan Roughton, Dakota Brough, BJ Thomas, Mike Duvall, Michael Birch, Matt McLean, Logan Brough, and Tony Flyers in the A main race coming up to you, or coming up for all of you in a matter of moments.
Yeah, we're gonna give me about a 5-minute break here to get this A main set up and get everybody in here. I gotta get people in the groups. We're gonna go to a few interviews here from the B main. Actually, I'm gonna let you take care of that.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Gonna get a word with your B main race in the 83. Heck of a run for him in this race. We knew he was going to be tough to beat here tonight. And joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, the winner of the B main race, the 50 lapper, Dash in the number 83. You advance to the A main and you now have a shot at winning the $20 PSN prize. In fact, the prize is a $30 PSN card for you since you would be coming from the B main. First of all, congratulations. Second of all, how did you do it? You dominated. You were able to hold off a couple of different drivers challenging you, and you got the victory.
Well, it was kind of tough there to the third stage. The first and second stage were just kind of a breeze getting my line down, first of all. And then the third stage was kind of tough because Humpy was very challenging those first 10, maybe 5 laps or so. And of course, the 38 caught us as well there at the end and gave us a good challenge to finish off the B main. It was just a really good race for me, and thanks to Timeback Motorsports for giving me that engine.
Happy that the car handled well for you out there. You win the inaugural B main race for the Brough Motorsports 100. You've got a prize to win heading into the A main tonight. However, you've got 12 drivers in that race, 11 opponents, and you start at the rear for the feature race tonight. Tell us about your chances and how you feel it's going to go.
Well, in the A main, obviously it's going to be tough because the people that have finished 1 and 2 in the heats, in the 4 heats that we had, it's just going to be tough to pass them. Plus, I'm starting at the back, like you said. So I'm just going to put my head down and just find my line and race.
We've also noticed that you've been putting in work in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series as well as the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. Have you been enjoying your stay here in NOSSCAR? What has the experience been like? Tell us about the competition and the friends you've talked to.
It's been awesome working with Jade and Keith Ayers and Mike and a bunch of other guys. Can't even name all of them. Tony Flyers. You've just been awesome to me. Just been helping me out with all my setups. Of course, the 21 is just an awesome driver. So are you, and just Fluffy as well. He's a pro league driver, so you kind of have to expect that from him. But it's been awesome through both the Dirt Touring trucks, Xfinity, and the Platinum Cup Series. Has been amazing for me.
You're one of the best NOSSCAR's got. I hope you truly know that, and I hope you can wheel the Timeback Motorsports ride into victory lane tonight. Good luck.
Me too. Thanks, man.
And that was Dash, the B main winner. He advances to the A main, and the A main will begin at 9:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 8 minutes from now. We're going to get a quick word from your runner-up finisher in the B main before the feature race begins. That being Tyler Wagner in the number 38 car. Drove the wheels off that thing. And joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, the runner-up finisher in the B main race, the inaugural B main for the Brough Motorsports 100 here on NASCAR Heat 3, Tyler Wagner in the 38. Tyler, we were watching you. It wasn't easy for you. You had to work your way from closer to the back and work your way into a transfer spot. And not only that, but once you got there, you had your hands full dealing with a couple of the other drivers there. Tell us about how your race went, and tell us how you were able to slowly and methodically work your way towards the front.
Well, there at the beginning, I knew I wasn't going to really have anything. I don't really have anything till after the first stage, till I can go and work on my car. But I was just picking my spots, letting them all run each other over, push each other out of the way, because it's the B main. Everyone's going to run each other hard. They want to get into that race. So then I just had my teammate BJ. He helped me out a little bit, told me what I should do. He helped me and Larson out. And it just worked from there. That last lap, I thought I had him coming out of 4.
You had a strong car all race long. You've got a shot to win a $30 PSN card prize now. It's bumped up an extra $10 if you're able to come from the B main, and now you've got a shot to do that. Tell us what you think of your chances are. You've got 12 drivers in the race, 100 laps, no cautions, and stages are on. Tell us what you think is going to happen, and tell us your predictions.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one. I know that for sure. I know I got at least a solid top 5, top 10 car, but top 5 for the most I'd have. I mean, it's hard to run BJ and all the other good guys. This is only my second year in this league, and I'm running with a lot of good guys.
You've done a heck of a job. You've raced against the best of the best on NASCAR Heat 3 in the dirt, and you've proven to be one of the best that I've ever seen in the dirt, so hopefully you can carry that momentum and skill forward in your NASCAR career, and good luck to you tonight in the feature race.
All right, thank you.
That was Tyler Wagner, runner-up finisher in the B main, advancing to the A main, where he'll battle against 11 opponents to try to win a $30 PSN card prize. Gonna get with Curtis Fields, your third place finisher from the B main. See if he is available.
Seems that Kurt has now made it into the NOSSCAR commentary booth.
Going on, guys?
Joining us
How's
now
it
in the
going?
NASCAR commentary booth, driver who finished in third in the B main, Curtis Fields, driver of the 02 Dirt Late Model. You advanced to the A main. You had a wild and eventful race there in the B main. You had to battle through a lot of adversity, and you were in and around the final transfer spot quite a bit, but you didn't buckle under the pressure, and you're on to the feature race. Tell us how it feels to be a part of that in the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100.
It's really exciting, man. I told the guys before, Jade and Fatal Motorsports want me to run, and they kept bothering me about it. And I said, okay. I said, I just put my head down and said, boys, I'm not a dirt guy, but I've been learning and just stayed calm. My nerves was tore up and made some good moves. The car was fast. I backed off of the leaders a little bit because I didn't want to get up there with them battling, cause them crash me there, and just drive by them, man.
One final question. You got 11 opponents here in this feature race. What's it going to take to win? What's your prediction?
My prediction is to stay smooth, stay out of trouble, and get through it and hope for the best, man, and just keep digging.
Wish you all the best and best of luck to you. Yeah, $20 prize on the line, $30 prize for you since you're coming from the B main. Go get them.
Thank you, sir.
One final interview if I quickly have the time, and that would be Peyton Larson, final driver to advance to the A main. Well, if I had known that, I was shoving him out the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you interview him, and then I'm gonna say a few last words, and I'm gonna head on out of here so I can get this A main kicked off, and let's get this show on the road.
I can't wait. Joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, the final driver to make it into the A main, final transfer spot, fourth place finisher in the B main, Peyton Larson, driver of the number 80 Dirt Late Model. You made it in by the skin of your teeth, Peyton. Tell us what your prediction is and tell us what your goals are for this 100-lap feature race.
Well, coming into the heats, the car sucked, but the people at Fatal and Thomas, they've worked on the car really hard. They've got it race ready. I think I can get up to the top 5 with it and hopefully be able to contend, but these guys keep working hard. I got a lot of good teammates that I get to run with. I got a lot of other good people that I'm going to be running with. It's going to be a tough field. definitely the brothers are going to be class of the field tonight. BJ, just all the people that have been really good all year. I mean, top 6 are in the race, so that's good to see as well.
Fatal Motorsports is probably the most popular team in NOSSCAR right now. Tell us about your program and tell us exactly how that team is progressing and getting to know each other as one.
Well, with me, I'm kind of on loan with them. I'm with Fatal, but I'm with BJ's team right now, BJ Motorsports. But the ethic that we have, it's very cool. We all want to come out there and win races, but we know that if we don't win the race, we hope that someone else in our stable wins the race. That's something that team owner Jade Bird, he definitely pushes that issue a lot, with having us work as a team, and if one of us doesn't win, we help the other people win. If that's drafting at a super speedway, or if we are a lap in front of them and they're about to lap us, we let them go. It's just simple stuff like that. We just help each other out, help each other with the race lines and all that fun stuff. So that definitely works with how our work ethic is, and it definitely transfers over to BJ's team, which again has the technical alliance with it. So
Any last words before we send you off to the main event race?
final restart. If I'm in the top 5, I'm going for it. So be ready for some fireworks.
Woo, you heard it from him himself. Peyton Larson gonna gamble if there's a late race restart. Good luck to you in the feature race. Now we're gonna send it over to Dakota Bro, the proud sponsor of the Brough Motorsports 100. He is the man who has donated the prize for tonight's feature race. What would you like to say before we give the command to fire him up?
Man, I want to wish all these guys good luck. We all show up every week and we all try to contend week in, week out, and this race has gave it a little bit something different. We're not battling for points this week. We're battling for a little bit of money, and hopefully these guys come, and hopefully it's a clean race. There's 12 of us, and these 12 guys that have made it all have earned their way, as you can tell by that B main. But we're gonna put on a show, and hopefully it's good. And I'm glad I put this event together, and I'm glad that I can bring a group of guys like this all together and kind of do this all. We're all kind of as a team, and here in NASCAR, we all kind of get in each other's necks here and there, but at the same point, we give each other the respect that we deserve, and it's gonna be a good night. I'm very excited and anxious to get in here just about as much as anybody else. And with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here and start getting the A main started and get qualifying underway and things. And I'm gonna let Jade Bird come in here and commentate with you for the A main, and we're gonna get this thing going. I'm really excited. I'm ready to see how the outcome comes.
Best of luck to you in the main event, and once again, from all of us here at NOSSCAR, including myself and Caitlin Lohr and Caleb Lopez and Michael Bosvert and a few others, all the executives, we would like to say thank you very much for hosting this event, sponsoring this event, and putting up such a generous prize for the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series drivers.
Hey, it's no biggie. I'd rather see someone in here who puts in hours, after work and things into something like this. I'd rather them give them something here and there, and hopefully we can make this a thing of every season, and hopefully start sparking stuff up in other seasons. But with that being said, I'm going to head on out of here and get this thing rolling, and good luck to everybody again, and hopefully I see you in victory lane.
You heard it from the 2019 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series champion. He is on his way to his dirt late model, that number 28 machine. And we're about to get the party started, folks. It's the moment that you've all been waiting for. The main event of the evening, 12 drivers, 100 laps, stages on, no cautions, and a $20 PSN prize on the line, $30 PSN prize on the line if a B main driver comes from the back and wins tonight's event. It's the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100, hosted right here on the NASCAR Heat 3 video game on the PlayStation 4 console. driving the dirt late model cars at the Charlotte Dirt Track. Gonna bring in the 2019 NASCAR Truck Series champion, that is Jade Burr. He will be joining me in the NASCAR commentary booth to provide his insights for today's event. Welcome to the commentary booth, everybody. Please welcome the 2019 NASCAR Truck Series champion, Jade Burr.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining us to do commentary for the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 A main race. 100 laps,
Absolutely.
12 drivers with a big prize on the line. You were in one of the heats earlier. How did the car handle that number 11?
It did not handle very well during the heat race. You know, we had some unfortunate contact with Dash, which didn't work out too well for us, and it definitely got wound back up again for the B main, and we had the fastest lap, but we were the first car out, so it's unfortunate we had to pack it up tonight. But there's a lot of Thomas Motorsport guys in there and a lot of Fatal guys in there, so hopefully we can hopefully they can steal it.
What do you think we're going to see in tonight's 100 lap main event?
There's gonna be a lot of bumping, banging, sliding, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch, especially calling it up here with you. And this is the first race I've ever called, so this is gonna be a lot of fun for me.
Well, I have a great time always when I talk to you about racing or about NASCAR or about anything for that matter, any subject, so this is going to be fun as well. And so I'm happy to have you here, and I've had a blast doing commentary for the 4 heats and for the B main. I can only imagine how I'm going to feel when this A main gets kicked off and gets underway. When I see that green flag, oh, I'm going. I'm there.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. It's going to be great.
Let's see here. Advancing from the heat races, which means earning a top 2 in the heats, Jordan Roughton, Dakota Brough, BJ Thomas, Mike Duvall, Michael Birch, Matt McLean, Logan Brough, and Tony Flyers. Advancing from the B main, earning a top 4 finish in the B main, that would be Dash, Tyler Wagner, Curtis Fields, and Peyton Larson. 12 drivers, 100 laps, 1 prize.
If I had to pick someone to win, I definitely honestly my vote is Dash, because he was really fast in the B main. And then I'd have my other 2, like the 3 that I'm gonna watch. Michael Birch, which is obviously a Fatal guy. He's been fast. He won his heat. Then he's also on a 2 race win streak now. So I'm watching him. I'm also watching BJ Thomas. He is the owner of the other team that Fatal is aligned with in the Dirt Series, and we're trying to expand that to other series. But it's going to be exciting. To see those 3 duke it out of the front is going to be a lot of fun.
There's a lot of competition in this race. I don't even know where to begin to choose who I think's going to win this one. But if I were to choose anybody, I'm going to have to pick BJ Thomas. And I know my friend Dakota Brough's going to shoot me in the foot when he hears the broadcast. Because honestly, the next person I would consider is either Dakota Brough or Michael Birch. But yeah, I think that BJ Thomas has what it takes to do the do tonight and win that $20 PSN card. He won Heat 2. He looks strong in it. He was able to clear Mike Duvall and get rid of Peyton Larson and Timmy Brown really quick, and he was able to put some distance in between them. So it's hard to say because we didn't see him against the drivers in the B main, so we don't exactly know where everybody stacks up, and that's what's going to make this so unpredictable.
Back in the B main, they were 4 wide there for a minute. I was sitting back in 6th there in the second stage, And I was like, this ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna work. Next thing I know, Peyton Larson spun around the middle of the track, and we almost missed him, but we caught him and spun us around. That set us back. But it was fun sitting back watching them, battling with Dave Marks Jr. there for a while. I don't know what happened to him when he spun coming out of 4. I don't know if it was my fault. I know I bumped him a little bit, but if it's my fault, then I'm sorry and I apologize to him. He was fast, but yeah, it was a good time.
It's going to be a fun race, man. The main event of the evening coming up shortly. We're just waiting for the invitations. I believe that these drivers are already on the racetrack laying down qualifying laps. Lots of the drivers in the feature race tonight have been involved in many races throughout the seasons that we've had here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, so they've experienced it all. They've had presets, they've had custom setups, they've had the stiffest competition around. So we're going to see a very interesting race. They've experienced it all here in dirt racing on NASCAR Heat 3. Most of them have found victory lane in NOSSCAR on the dirt. I'll tell you one thing that surprised me. Jordan Roughton winning Heat 1. He's more known for his asphalt program, but was able to stay in front of one of the veterans of the dirt game, and that is Dakota Brough, and he was able to win Heat 1 and advance to the A main with no problems.
Yeah, I was very surprised at that myself. I didn't see that coming. I thought Dakota, I thought he had it, but so.
I believe that the qualifying is over. We're going to have to see what's going on.
You might need to send me an invite into the race because I don't know.
I didn't receive one yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Join, so we're going to have to rack them up and let them roll again. We're bringing you live coverage of the feature race at some point. Okay, so guess what?
What's up?
Well, I didn't realize this, but I have the fastest weekly time at Pocono for the Cup Series, and literally NOSSCAR drivers own 9 of the top 10 spots, first to ninth.
Well, that's awesome.
Absolutely it is. I can't believe that. High Speed Lenny is a good friend of mine. He doesn't race with us, but he's the one in 10th.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's for the 2019. My personal best on the 2018 cars, it's telling me I ran a 50.905, but that's with a preset. We only ran presets for 2018.
Yeah.
Cool.
Leaderboards. See if I got anything.
I've topped the weekly lap times thing 3 times now. I've come second twice as well for weekly, and I've topped the... No, actually, I've topped the weekly twice, and I've topped the daily twice. It's hard to do.
Yeah?
The closest I'm in... Like, I'm close to being in the top 10 for all time for Bristol and for Pocono. But everything else, I'm about 3 to 5 tenths of a second out.
Yeah. What track did I race last week?
If you're just joining us on YouTube, it's the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 hosted here on NASCAR Heat 3. The feature race, the main event of the evening, is coming up to you in a matter of moments. 12 drivers, 100 laps, one prize. $20 PSN card donated by Brough Motorsports. Keep in mind, if one of the 4 drivers who have to start at the rear because they advanced from the B main, if one of those 4 win the race tonight, they will receive an additional $10 on top of the $20 PSN card. So they will walk away with a $30 prize. There's a whole lot going on. The drivers eligible to make it a $30 prize would be Dash in the 83, Tyler Wagner in the 76, Curtis Fields in the 02, and Peyton Larson in the 80. And again, everybody at home, we are being joined in the commentary booth for co-commentary. You're on co-commentary duty tonight, Jade. It's the 2019 NOSSCAR Truck Series champion. You finished in 5th in the B main. You almost made it into this feature race tonight. You know exactly how this track feels. You know exactly how the competition is in NOSSCAR, whether it's dirt or asphalt. You know what these drivers are going through. What's going through the mind of some of these drivers?
Probably the first thing that went through my mind was defend the bottom. That bottom lane is where it's at, and EJ Thomas did say he liked the outside. The outside works very well here, but you have to watch those people that slide up in the corner exit, because they can slide right up in you, and they'll put you right in the wall, and that's going to damage the car, and it's just not going to look pretty, and you're not going to be fast. That bottom lane is where it's going to be at all night long. That's where this race is going to be won or lost.
See, that's where I prefer to run here at the Charlotte Dirt Track. I like the bottom. I finished in 3rd somehow out of 20 cars in the race last week for the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series at Charlotte. And I ran the bottom for most of the race. But like you said, some drivers do prefer the top. But I agree with you. I think we're going to see a whole lot of scrapping and wrestling for that bottom groove.
Yeah.
Pardon me. We are minutes away from getting an invitation to bring you live coverage of the 100-lap feature race, $20 PSN card prize on the line. These drivers running a 13-lap qualifying session as we speak. And remember, the 4 drivers who advanced from the B main will have to start at the rear of the field. They're eligible for a $30 PSN prize. And I was talking about this earlier with Dakota. This is a very valuable prize to the NOSSCAR drivers who plan on running in the NOSSCAR Wreckfest series, the NOSSCAR Outlaw series on Wreckfest. $39.99 to pre-order that game, and this prize would go a long way towards that, about half of the price. And we just received the invitation. We're going to be going live for the 100-lap feature race at the Charlotte Dirt Track. Oh, I would never. Oh, I'm excited.
Me too. This is going to be fun to watch. There we go. Got it. Alright, I'm loading in.
Oh, this is going to be something, folks. 12 drivers, 100 laps, one winner, one prize. Divided into stages, no cautions, fuel and tire wear times 4. So these drivers will experience some tire wear throughout this entire event, and running a certain way on the track and not abusing the tires while finding speed might come into play, might be a factor. Not so much in the short races earlier tonight, the heat races, but more so this feature race. Once again, just going to remind everybody who's in the race so you can follow your favorite driver in NOSSCAR. Jordan Brough, Dakota Brough, BJ Thomas, Mike Duvall, Michael Birch, Matt McLean, Logan Brough, Tony Flyers, Dash, Tyler Wagner, Curtis Fields, and Peyton Larson. Green flag is in the air. We're feature race racing, main eventing at the Charlotte Dirt Track.
It's too wide. Oh, they bounce off each other there.
Yes, they did. They're still holding on to it.
Here goes Michael Birch down to the inside. That 8 car. No, yes, yeah, that's Michael Birch.
Yes, sir. He's being pursued by the 36 of Matt McLean, or he was rather. Matt now out front with Michael Birch in the 8, right behind him in second.
BJ Thomas battling for 4th there.
It's Mike Duvall in the 12 running in 3rd, trying to make a move for 2nd. Michael Birch in the 8 trying to defend, and see, once the car gets underneath you like that, it's very easy for the other car to have to give you that lane, really, and go up a half a groove, and then they start losing a bit of time. It's easy to get stuck on the outside and lose momentum. 3 wide for 2nd.
Oh.
My goodness, I can't believe they're holding on to it so far. Nobody plowed the wall either. Nobody ran over the fence. Dakota to 2nd. What a power move by Dakota Brough. He made it 3 wide on the bottom. The 28 goes to 2nd.
There goes Michael Birch underneath the 12. Oh, into the wall.
Yep. Here comes BJ Thomas in the 99 to capitalize a little bit of a different look to the car this week. Special event, special paint job, perhaps. And they've got Logan Brough in the 4, running in 6, not too far behind them. Matt McLean is showing the way in the 36. That's who they're all trying to run down. Matt McLean has won several NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series races. Runs full-time here in the 2019 season. No wins this season, but he's runs strong. They're solid in the point standings. BJ Thomas completes the pass on Mike Duvall. It did not look easy. Doesn't look like BJ's car is handling exactly the way he wants it to. And keep in mind, these drivers are all going to have an opportunity to make adjustments on these race cars once stage 1 comes to a close. They are 10 laps into stage 1. So that leaves 18 laps to go. Michael Birch in the 8 car completes the pass on Dakota Brough. He picks up the 2nd position. Going into turn 1 now. He was able to take exactly the right line that he wanted as he was clear of that number 28 car driven by Dakota. The 2019 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series champion runs in 3rd. You see what I mean, Jade, about how momentum is key? Dakota just lost 1 position and now he's under fire immediately from BJ Thomas.
12 just nailed the wall.
Nailed the wall. Dakota did too. Wow. The best on the track are making mistakes.
Meanwhile, up front, 36 was run. He's just running away with it right now.
Down laps. There's times when his left rear comes off the track completely. He's wheeling it.
Now, I actually would like to highlight someone back in the back of the pack, the 02 Curtis Fields. He is a fatal driver, but this is only his 3rd event in the Dirt Series. So I was...
Sorry, go on.
I was proud to see him run, actually make it VA main. I was very surprised and was proud of him.
Watching him here, he's on camera right now a little bit. He's coming into the frame here and there, but I apologize for interrupting you a moment ago. The 77 of Jordan Roughton, he made hard contact a moment ago with Dash in the 83. Dash went up into the outside wall, made heavy contact, ended up giving him a return shot, and they worked it out and kept it going. All these drivers still on the lead lap.
It was just 3 wide with Logan Brough, 12, and BJ Thomas in the 99 there. They were all beating and banging on the front stretch. And then they just decided to sort themselves out.
Logan goes from the 6th position to 4th because of that move. But the 12 of Mike Duvall back to 5th, and that puts BJ Thomas back into the 6th position. Matt McLean, Michael Birch, Dakota Brough, the top 3. Taking very similar lines. We're watching the 8 and the 28.
There goes Mike Duvall on the inside of Logan Brough, and BJ Thomas tries to stick his nose in there. Go back to 2 wide.
Best battle Logan on the racetrack. Oh, 3 wide again.
Coming out of 3, 4th rather.
That concludes stage 1. Wow, and Dakota got 4th, BJ got 5th, and it was Mike Duvall in the 12, picking up the 6th position. Out front, it was Matt McLean in 1st, Michael Birch in 2nd, Dakota Brough 3rd, therefore Logan Brough 4th, BJ Thomas 5th, Mike Duvall in 6th, Peyton Larson 7th, 64 car in the 8th position. I have to get back to you exactly who that is, but I believe that... Pardon, sorry?
That is Tony Flyers in 64.
Ah, thanks very much, okay. So Tony up there in the top 10, having a good run. Certainly not out of this thing, and it appears that Jordan Roughton finished right behind him. And behind him, it is Curtis Fields.
Hey, I'm very interested to see how the stage is gonna go now. Now that everybody got fresh tires, Peyton Larson leads into the line.
Yeah, look at that.
Tony Flowers from the inside.
Some strategy was deployed for sure, and the green flag in the air for stage 2, 27 lap stage.
Watch Tony, he's gonna. Oh, they're 3 wide per second.
Man, look at this chaos that we're witnessing.
3 wide coming out of 4.
Oh my goodness.
And they're all following that man in the 80, Peyton Larson.
Look at Peyton go. Good for him, having a great run here. Stage 2 taking the lead and running for dear life. Matt McLean has been the quickest here throughout this main event, the A-Main 100 lap event.
He's underneath him.
Yes, he is. Michael Birch right there behind him. He's going to try to follow through. Oh, 3 wide.
God, this is awesome.
All 3 of them were leaning on each other going into turn 3. They
goes
sorted it out.
Michael Birch, the lead.
Oh, here comes BJ Thomas, making it interesting. He'll take 3rd from Matt McLean. Peyton Larson's going to lose the lead. Michael Birch goes out front.
It's awesome. This is so awesome.
And 4 wide, deeper in the field. Here, we're watching it. The Brough brothers are both involved, as well as Tony Flyers in the 64. Oh, Tony went up into the wall. Jordan Rout in the 77 made it really interesting there, and that's why. Mike Duvall in the 12, 3 wide with Dakota. Dakota bounces off the wall and keeps it going. 3 wide behind Dakota now with Curtis Fields and Dash. Oh my goodness.
Oh, they're going to be 3 wide coming out of 4. Larson's up in the wall, gets into the 4.
I can't keep up with everything, Jade. I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Like, I nearly choked there. Had no breath. Oh my goodness.
Holy cow. Logan Bro's up in the wall. Oh, Emma Staplewood got spun out by Larson. There's 3 wide coming out of 2 on the backstretch.
They're still making contact, trying to recover from that incident.
Emma Staplewood's up in the wall again. By the 77.
Oh, and there was
goes.
Matt McLean just nailed Jordan Routon in the 77, and that looked very intentional. Around went Jordan, and he's going to try to hold on until the end of the stage so he can stay on the lead lap, and I didn't see what happened before that.
Peyton Larson back inside of Mike Duvall. There he's
Matt, sorry to cut you off. Matt McLean made it 3 wide with Curtis Fields, and he went up and hit Tyler Wagner because of it. Now Dash gets to the inside of McLean. The 83 of Dash gets in front of all these guys. Now Curtis Fields in the 02 slides into the side of Matt McLean.
Now back up front, we still have Michael Birch leading the way with Bryce Thomas behind him. It's a great run for both of them tonight. Great run.
There's Michael. He is the race leader.
I believe that's Logan Brough in 3rd back there.
We haven't spoken much about Logan. He won his heat race number 4. Oh, Dash went flying against the outside wall. They were 3 wide again. Matt McLean in the 36, Tony Flyers in the 64. Now Dash takes a look underneath Tony, and now again under Matt McLean. Dakota takes a look under Tony as well. Dash in the 83, Matt McLean in the 36, Dakota in the 28. They're bouncing off each other a lot, Jade.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. But it's
3 wide.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be bad. Oh man,
this is crazy. You can tell that they're driving for that prize. They are driving with purpose tonight. Here at the Charlotte Dirt Track on NASCAR Heat 3. Michael Birch leads the way. BJ Thomas 2nd. Logan Brough in 3rd.
Oh, man.
The action's all deeper in the field. The top three have all got strung out a little bit, single file. Oh, Curtis Fields in the 0-2 wiggled there on the straightaway, came up across the nose of Dash a little bit.
He's underneath D-Nub. Oh, he's gonna bump D-Nub.
Yes, he did. D-Nub goes up the track. Dash made a bit of contact there with Curtis. 3 wide again.
Tony, they're just sending it in there like they got nothing to worry about.
Yep, they've got a
3
whole
wide
lot.
again. Wow.
They've got a whole lot to race for, and they're showing it.
Curtis, you know, see, this honestly looks like a playoff race to me.
This looks like a championship race.
Yeah. So it looks like, you know, Curtis Fields just drove around that. Now, you know, Dash is going to get to him here probably in the next half lap or so. You know, it's, you know, it's unfortunate for him, but, you know, he's doing good hanging in there.
Oops.
2 wide coming out of the turn. That's awesome.
This is great stuff. Oh, hard contact for Dakota with the outside wall.
Tony hit him. Oh, man.
Well, now he's going after Tony a little bit. He gave him a bit of a bump to let him know he wasn't that thrilled about it. See if we can find your race leader. And there he is. Michael Birch wins stage 2. BJ Thomas in second. Logan Brough in third. That is your top 3. Wow. Mike Duvall in the 12 runs in 4th at the end of stage 2. This is the last chance that they get to make adjustments to these cars. The last time that they can try to gamble and get any track position that they can. It's going to be about a 35 lap shootout to the finish, and the winner receives a $20 PSN card or a $30 PSN card if it's one of the 4 drivers that advanced from the B main.
Okay, so before the start of the 3rd stage, if you had 2 drivers to win, who would they be now, seeing the first 2 stages?
Well, I picked BJ Thomas from the beginning, and he's in 2nd right now, so I'm sticking by that. Him or the 36 of Matt McLean.
Well, guess what? They're on the front row to start the 3rd stage.
Yes, they are. I just looked back at my TV. You're right. Green flag back in the air. Final stage. Big prize on the line, Jade.
All right, so my 2 picks are, I'm still going with Michael Birch. You know, I'm going to throw an audible out there, and I'm going to say Grace Kurt, that Curtis Fields 02 car. He's been slowly marching his way to the front. If something happens, he's my guy to pick now.
Oh, deep in the field, Dakota got hung up with Jordan Roughton in the 77, and both those cars went up into the outside wall, losing a ton of track time. Battle for the lead.
He's sticking tough on the outside there. Ooh, he's going to get the advantage coming out in the backstretch.
BJ told me, he told everybody he likes the outside line more at this track. He just needs somebody to not slide into him, he was saying. Now he's got the lead and he's in the line he likes. Can he hold off Matt McLean? Logan gets into Matt.
Then he sends him up into Bryce there.
Yeah, he
Not
did.
good for him. But he's still holding tough though. Mike Duvall on the inside of the 36.
BJ clears him and he's able to drive away a little bit. Maybe not. Logan's catching him in the 4. Matt McLean hung up on the outside in the 36. He's been the fastest car all race long. He's just got to get there.
They're grinding on each other right now. They're going to be 3 wide. No, 2 wide, 2 wide.
New leader, Logan Brough in the 4. Takes the lead from BJ Thomas in the 99. BJ back to 2nd, Michael Birch in 3rd, and that's Mike Duvall in 4th in the 12. Matt McLean in 5th in the 36. The top 5 breaking away from the rest of the field to a little bit. And it's Logan out front.
This is going to be interesting. There's 3 cars wadded up all together.
Yes, there it is, and the teammates are side by side.
Little 3 wide. Or 3 wide going into 1. They're all leading on each other.
Michael trying to hold on. Matt McLean won stage 1, Michael Birch won stage 2, and they're running 3rd and 5th right now. I'm thinking that they've pushed the panic button by now, Jade, and they're trying to work their way back to the front. It's final stage time, it's money time. Teammates side by side, Michael Birch, BJ Thomas. Gonna hold on to second. Michael takes the second position rather, and now he sets his sights on Logan Brough in the 4. Question is, does he have enough time? Only 17 laps to go until we crown a winner of the first ever Brough Motorsports 100. BJ got into the side of Michael Birch. The teammates trying to figure out who's gonna make a run for the win. Our cameras closer to the front as the laps wind down. We're trying to figure out who's going to win this thing. The one in the catbird seat, Logan Brough in the 4. And the crazy thing, we didn't talk about Logan Brough very much when it came to winning this thing. I can't believe that he is out front he's got a huge chance to pull this off. He's got about 6 or 7 car lengths separating himself from BJ Thomas, who's now running in second.
If the 9 and the 88 or 9 and the 99 and the 8, sorry, excuse me, if they can figure out who's faster and they can just go, you might have a chance to get it, but I think this is Logan's day.
I agree with that exact thesis of yours. I think that if they can get single file and just kind of put their pride aside for now, they might have enough time to run them down, but if they're going to do it, they got to do it now. And it looks like they might have done that. BJ Thomas up into the second position. Michael Birch now in third, and they've got a bit of distance in between each other now as well. Excuse me, it's actually Michael Birch running second, BJ Thomas in third. Those cars look so similar. Identical. Matt McLean now in fourth. He's cleared all that traffic there, the mid-pack traffic. We've seen that in stage 1 and 2. That's where all the action was. He's gone through all that. Now runs in the 4th position. It's Mike Duvall in 5th and the 12. And it's Curtis Fields in the 02 running in 6th. Right behind Curtis is Dash in the 83 running in 7th. And then it's a little bit further back until you find the rest of the competitors.
Now, if the other thing that might play a factor here, Logan gets the traffic, that might allow that 8 and that 99 to catch up, but I think traffic's too far ahead to be a factor. Maybe right at the end, but I think this is Logan's day.
It very well could be. It looks like the gap is staying about the same between himself and Michael Birch. It might be shrinking a little bit, but if it is, it's not shrinking quick enough for Michael to run him down before the end of this final stage. I can't believe how the first ever Brough Motorsports 100 has went. 4 exciting heats, an amazing 10-car B-main event. Now here we are for the feature race, and we've got a surprise winner perhaps on the way, a sleeper, a dark horse, an underdog in Logan Brough. Birch in the 8, BJ Thomas in the 99, second and third, trying to run them down, but they're running out of time. Matt McLean in the 36 dominated most of this race, had this probably the fastest car arguably all race long, runs in 4th. He's running out of time. Dakota Brough one of the fastest cars on the track, got involved in a couple of on-track incidents that were not of his causing, and he's just been trying to rally and get what he can. Since then, he's running out of time and virtually out of options at this point. It is down to Logan Brough, Michael Birch, BJ Thomas, and Matt McLean, the top four. They're within striking distance of winning this thing, and the odds of Logan Brough winning this thing are getting better and better by the corner.
I actually think in the last 2 laps, I think Logan has got a little further ahead. Mike, I think Mike's car's falling off here. Just highly unfortunate for him.
You could be right, and now we're looking at the lap traffic coming into play a little bit. You were talking about that a bit ago, Jay. They might catch them before the end of this race, and it might be a factor. The first one will catch as Tony Flyers in the 64. To go here in the final stage. Logan Brough has a win this season here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. It came 2 weeks ago. It was his first ever NOSSCAR win on any video game in any NOSSCAR online racing series. Looking to do it again. We're going to ride the momentum wave. Momentum is so key and critical here in NOSSCAR racing.
I think that 8 cars, he's starting to run them down again. It's going to get interesting here. Now that they're too wide there right in front of the leader.
Yeah, they're going to need to hold on to it here. This is going to get interesting. Now Jordan Brough loses a spot to Tony. Tony's in the 64, and that's the end of the race, folks. The checkered flag is in the air. Logan Brough is going to win the first ever Brough Motorsports 100. It was his older brother donating the prize for the winner, and it was the younger brother, Logan, somehow, some way, surging from mid-pack to the front, capturing the win.
That's awesome. You know, I'm very happy for him. That's his second NOSSCAR win. You know, that's great. Great stuff. Great stuff.
It's amazing.
Somebody we didn't talk about all season long, or all race long, up until that final stage where he came out of nowhere. You know, that's real good for him, real happy for him, the whole Brough family.
That was amazing.
If you're watching the chat, I believe D-Nub I believe Dakota just called out Fatal. Very nice of him. As a team owner, Fatal is sitting in the commentary booth.
What a win for Logan Brough. We're definitely going to get a word from him. He is your winner of the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100. He wins the $20 PSN card prize. And he is going to go and probably, hopefully, spend that on the Wreckfest video game that we have an NOSSCAR Outlaw series coming up for. My goodness, none of us talked about Logan. None of us had him as our pick, and he came in and won this thing. Gonna get him in the commentary booth shortly. Oh, man. Wow. That was exciting.
It blew my own mind. I actually got beat up and suffered damage and couldn't come back in the third stage, but let's welcome your winner into the booth.
Joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, the winner of the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100 here on NASCAR Heat 3, driver of the number 4 car, Logan Brough. Congratulations. You came from mid-pack, you charged to the front. Nobody really had you as their pick, number 1 on their score sheet, and you just came out and proved them wrong. The underdog surges and wins here at the Charlotte Dirt Track. Tell us how you feel.
Ty, dude, I am pumped, my dude. I'm pumped. Like, a Brough won a Brough race, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's crazy, man. It's unbelievable. I never would have thought I would have done this, dude. Like, I literally took the last 2 days of my life to practice for this race and even gave my brother the same setup. And, I mean, I ran the dog out of that sucker.
Did you ever? You had some tough competition, too. You had Matt McLean in the 36, probably the fastest car on the track. You had your brother Dakota, who would probably be there at the end if it wasn't for a couple on-track incidents. You also had Michael Birch in the 8, BJ Thomas in the 99. Both were fast, and you came out on top. Tell us how it feels for you to beat some of the very best on the dirt on NASCAR Heat 3.
Man, it feels unbelievable. I mean, I couldn't have done it without my brother. I mean, he got me in, and there's no taking me out. I mean, yeah, I'm a rookie and all, but I told these boys from the beginning I got something for them, and I mean, I'm there. And that's all I'm proud of, man.
Well, they will forever know that you were there tonight. You just won the Brough Motorsports 100. Congratulations. Do you have any final words for your fans that watched? There are 88 comments on this live broadcast, and we had about 20 people, 21 people rather, watching at one point at one time. Your famous slogan, what do you want to say?
Man, the number one person I want to thank right now is two people, and that's you and my brother. Y'all do a hell of a job to keep this thing going, and I mean, you guys do a great job. I mean, yeah, you take a lot of people's lives, but it is what it is.
Once again, congratulations, Logan. Go celebrate with your race team. Or you can stay in here and celebrate with us. Whatever you want to do. You're the champ, remember.
Thanks, buddy. I'll hang here.
Sounds good. Now, Dakota, we'll quickly talk to you. You had one of the faster cars on the track. You got involved in a couple of incidents, including Jordan Roughton in the 77. Tell us what happened and tell us how your car handled.
Man, the car handled great. We did good, did good all the way up until that very last stage. And at the start, I knew, being where I was at, I was kind of wrecks that we probably shouldn't have, but I guarantee the next Brough 100 will be.
Moving forward, joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, driver who finished in the runner-up position, that being Michael Birch in the number 8 Dirt Late model. Michael, you were running them down. You had a fierce battle with your teammate BJ Thomas for second, and that kind of hindered your ability to stay with the race leader. Tell us how your race went, and tell us if that's maybe what burned you.
What burned me out was I just got ran over, like in the last stage. Like, I get put in the wall, and I was trying to run them down. And honestly, at that moment, I gave up.
You had a good battle with BJ Thomas, and you were trying to get clear of him, it looked like, so you had time to run down the leader, Logan, but it was a matter of laps at that point. If you had more laps, do you think you could have ran him down?
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe, I don't know. He had a fast car, too.
Were you tweaking on your car throughout the race, or was it fine the way it
Yeah,
was?
it
I know
was.
that your car's fast sitting at the garage the way it is.
Yeah, I was changing a little bit in it, trying to see if I get faster.
Well, you proved us that you have some speed there at the Charlotte Dirt Track. You led some laps, you won a stage, and you finished second. You came close to winning the PSN card prize. Is there anything you want to say to all your fans and family that maybe were watching the broadcast tonight?
I'll have to say, just race clean and have a good night.
Hey,
Man of few
NASCAR, you
words
did a
and
good
a man
job,
of
buddy.
great talents, Michael Birch finishes second in the Brough Motorsports 100.
We're proud of you at Fatal. There,
Good job, buddy.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
It's just, everybody was just turning.
All right, hold on. We're on the air still here. All good. Absolutely.
You know, actually, just so where everyone's clear, like, contrary to actual belief, Michael Birch is on my team and BJ Thomas is owner Thomas Motorsports. They were just running the same car to show our alignment to everybody.
Whoops. You got
BJ,
me.
good race, man.
Yeah, good race, BJ. It was good running clean with you. Ran side by side for laps after laps.
Yeah.
Kept
Joining
it
us
clean.
now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, BJ Thomas, driver of the number 99 dirt late model. You had a shot to win there at the end. I believe you got the 4th position behind Matt McLean, if I'm not
Third.
mistaken.
I got third. I wasn't
Third,
confident.
okay. It was close there at the end, and we were keeping an eye on Logan there. So 3rd place here in the first ever Brough Motorsports 100. You almost won it. You almost had it. You had a good car. You showed it all race long. Tell us what went wrong for you out there.
Oh, stage 1, I took my time, let the idiots run it. Then I put my setup in, and then I tried putting myself in a good spot for the last stage, for stage 2 at the end, which I did. I got 2nd. Stayed out, which, I don't know, tires mattered a little bit, but they weared after 15 laps, so it was like, I decided to stay out. And
It appeared...
got run over by a couple people. So,
Yeah, it did get a little intense and rough at times, it looked like, from up here in the commentary booth. When you cleared Matt McLean on the outside groove in the final stage and took the lead, did you think that that was your chance, your big opportunity? Did you think you were going to walk away? Because I sure did.
yeah, I thought I did, but of course, people who like to drive it in harder than you, and they use you as another 4 tires, so I guess 8 and 4 is better. So that's what you put yourself up to if you run on the outside, though.
I was mentioning that while you were completing the pass, actually. You just need somebody to hold their line and not drift up into you, and that's exactly what happened. You took the lead, and it looked like it was maybe going to be a good day for Thomas Racing, and it almost was. Either way it was, congratulations on a 3rd place finish in the first ever Brough Motorsports 100.
Thanks.
Gonna get Matt McLean in here if we can. One more final interview, and then we will send it over to Dakota for the final words of the broadcast.
Let me just say thanks again, Ty.
Yeah, don't worry, we're going to send it to you too. I thought of that after I said that. We're going to give it to you first and then your brother.
We should do this again, Ty. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, we should.
That was a lot of good racing. The last stage could have been a little bit cleaner, but it plays out. It's racing. It happens.
Well, I guess we're not going to get an interview with Matt McLean. So what we're going to do is we're going to send it over now to your race winner, Logan Brough, for final words from him, and then we'll send it to his brother. So Logan, take it away.
What's up, buddy?
We're sending it over to you now, the race winner, Logan Brough, for a couple of final words before we hand it off to his brother for the close of the segment.
Yeah, I just want to thank you and my brother for what you all do, and keep everybody in here and keep it clean racing. Keep them belts tight, boys.
We'll keep doing our best. Now we're going to send it over to the man that made this event all possible. That is Dakota Brough. Take it away.
Hey, I just want to gladly thank everybody that participated and put the effort in. There was a lot of good racing from the start, from the heats to the B main to the last race, and honestly I don't think we could have had any better footage for the races we kind of put on, and it kind of gives a bonus when you can do something like this to get out of your every weekly routine of battling each other in the points and get a wild hair and get to do something crazy, and tonight showed that. And these group of guys are where it's at, and I'm glad that I get a race with y'all, and I want to say congrats to my brother for winning our race, and I want to say good job to BJ Thomas and everybody else, Jade and Fatal, everybody. I mean, we all come in this together as one, and I don't think we could add anything better. I'm glad to be with y'all, and we'll see y'all next week.
Thank you for joining us for the inaugural Brough Motorsports 100. Congratulations to Logan Brough. And once again, thank you to Dakota Brough. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, we're saying so long, and we will see you next week. Until then, stay fast, folks.